Tesla, the most controversial car brand, no doubt about it. On one side, you've got the haters. They say Teslas are bland, overcomplicated, ugly, and a threat to car culture. And on the other side, you've got the hardcore Tesla fans. The Elon fanboys that think 0 to 60 is everything, and believe that just because it's an EV, it automatically makes it the best car on the road. These are the people who think a car is to be some tech-filled luxury appliance on wheels, and if you disagree, they'll jump down your throat over it. But regardless, Tesla lovers and haters have been in an all-out war for years, and nothing's really stopped it. Until now. Because Tesla isn't doing so well anymore. Sales are dropping fast, they're being outpaced by gas-powered rivals left and right, and instead of fixing what matters, like reliability or quality, they're focusing on gimmicks and weird innovations nobody asked for. But here's the thing, Tesla struggling is actually a really good thing. Not just for car enthusiasts, but for the entire car market. You might be wondering, how that makes sense? Well, that's what we're breaking down in today's video. And it all comes down to 3 main factors. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. Before I start this video, make sure to subscribe to Durant. I make weekly videos about the automotive world, and if you enjoy these kind of videos, make sure to support and show love to the growing channel. Your support means so much to me, and this channel wouldn't be possible without you guys. Anyways, let's get back into the video. So, the first reason why Tesla's struggling is a good thing is that it slows down the overuse in tech in modern cars. Before the Model S came out in 2012, car interiors were simple and easy to use. You had buttons, knobs, and screens that served a purpose. After 2012, everything shifted. Screens got bigger, features became more complicated, and even economy cars like the Nissan Murano went from affordable models to an overpriced luxury experience. For example, if you wanted a large SUV from Nissan in 2010, you could buy a Murano or Rogue for a fair price, or you could go luxury and get an Infiniti for the better tech, feel, and driving experience. Now that bridge between economy and luxury is destroyed, and it's all because of Tesla. Tesla pushed the idea that cars needed to be more than just transportation. They wanted cars to feel like some sort of digital experience that took away from what driving actually is. They're one of the main reasons why we have wraparound touchscreen and weird features, and everything is controlled through a screen nowadays instead of physical buttons. Now that Tesla is losing relevance, there's a chance that this dumb trend finally slows down. Tech will still evolve, of course, but maybe we'll stop putting useless features in cars just for the sake of it. It's also kind of ridiculous that using a phone while driving is banned, which should be, and is a good law, yet automakers are fine with putting tablets in the middle of dashboards and calling it progress, or making the driver navigate pages of digital interface just to turn the AC down, making them look at a 20-inch touchscreen instead of on the road. In conclusion, with Tesla less prevalent, expect to see less interior tech soon, or at least a slowdown of it, because automakers will have no reason to compete with Tesla or be trendy anymore. Another solid reason why Tesla struggling is a good thing is because it forces competition to focus on quality instead of hype. Tesla built an entire brand by appealing to 2 kinds of people. 1, the average consumer looking to buy something new, and 2, the hardcore fanboys who think anything with the Tesla badge is automatically cool. The company focused less on quality and more on being trendy, chasing that cool factor instead of putting effort into actual craftsmanship. And for a while, it actually worked. Tesla dominated the EV space not because their cars were the best built or more reliable, but because of their image. People bought Teslas for the promises, the flashy features, and the status that came with owning one, not for how well they were made. Meanwhile, basic quality issues were ignored. You had panel gaps, cheap-feeling interiors, and software that constantly glitched, but none of that mattered to the fans, because they were too busy praising Teslas like it could not do wrong. The thing is, Tesla wasn't originally made to attract influencers and show-offs, but Elon knew that this was the easy money. So the brand leaned into it hard. That strategy only works for so long. Now, with sales dropping and the Cybertruck already flopping in the eyes of many, cracks are finally starting to show. Tesla losing its grip on the market is a wake-up call. It proves that being loud and hype isn't just enough anymore. You need to make a proper car. Other automakers are starting to realize you don't need viral marketing or gimmicks to succeed. You just need to make something people actually want to drive. Next, the final reason why Tesla's struggling is a good thing, and probably the most obvious, is that it brings more attention back to internal combustion cars. I already made a full video breaking down why EVs aren't the future, which I'll link here, but to sum it up quickly, they're overloaded with unnecessary tech, they're not nearly as environmentally friendly as people claim, and they just don't bring the same experience or value as gas-powered vehicles. When Tesla was on top, every automaker scrambled to copy their blueprint. More screens, fewer buttons, less driver involvement, and a push to electrify everything in their lineup. But now, with Tesla's hype dying down and their sales slipping, that pressure is finally starting to fade. EVs from other brands won't disappear completely, obviously, but the obsession with making every new car electric might slow down. That means more space for internal combustion engines to thrive again, especially the ones that people actually want to drive, not just the ones that check a box or try to compete in some tech race. The more EV hype fades, the more we could focus on making gas-powered cars better, more reliable, more fun, and more affordable. And honestly, that's what all of us want. No one's asking for another touchscreen-filled, self-driving soapbox on wheels. And don't forget, car enthusiasts are going to have a field day with this. With EVs on the decline, we could be on the brink of seeing a new real revival of performance cars. Let's face it, sports cars today are ridiculously expensive and prices keep climbing year after year. Why? Because they're trying to compete with luxury EVs, pushing boundaries with tech and features that aren't necessarily needed in a proper performance car. But that's not the spirit that made sports cars special. There's still a huge demand for exciting cars, and this is exactly what could bring the heart back to sports cars. The focus could shift back to what truly matters: performance, sound, feel, and that unforgettable driving experience. EVs may have offered quick 0 to 60 times, but they didn't have the soul or excitement of a real sports car. With Tesla's influence shrinking, performance brands might just start making fun, exciting models again, because they know that the audience is there. Now, Tesla isn't the sole reason why sports cars have become so expensive, but they certainly haven't helped. By pulling customers away and pushing performance brands to compete with them in the tech and EV game, Tesla has created a ripple effect that made the whole car world more focused on tech and less on pure driving joy. So when will this all happen? When will we finally break free from the tech-filled, overhyped cars and return to what cars were meant to be? The truth is, it's going to take time. Even if Tesla were to completely disappear tomorrow, it could still take decades for the market to fully shift. But it's possible, and it's a change we need. The car world is moving fast, and now that Tesla has proven that EVs aren't always the answer, there's still more room for cars that actually make sense. What happened to the affordable car, the fun sports car model, the reliable and compact car? Now, it seems like the focus is who can make the most expensive, ugly, and inefficient car known to man. Ever since EVs started taking over, the car market has been spiraling into an uncertain future, but with Tesla struggling, there's hope that we could get back to the basics. Once automakers realize that every car doesn't have to be some trend or flashy tech-heavy appliance, we'll finally get back to a time where cars were more than just status symbols. They're about driving, enjoyment, and practicality. But for now, only time will tell if Tesla's struggles can truly change the car market. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and remember people, drive safe, drive smart, but most importantly, drive something worth talking about. See you in the next one.